Redline Radio LLC is proud to partner with Growing Wings Adult Services for the creation of our brand new state-of-the-art production studio. Growing Wings Adult Services has been assisting adults with disabilities in the Northeast Ohio area for the past 5 years. For more information on how Lisa and the team at Growing Wings can assist your family, you can contact Lisa at 234-334-7547 today. Detroit Auto Parts is the official parts store of Redline Radio LLC. They have 2 convenient locations on the east side. You can call 216-531-7373, or on the west side, call 216-398-7373. Mention Redline Radio and receive 10% off your purchase. It's the official home and auto parts store of Redline Radio LLC. If you need any custom t-shirts, banners, stickers, anything like that made, then you reach out to Incredible Keepsakes. As Diane always says, cherished moments are made to last forever. You can reach Incredible Keepsakes at 440-242-9648 or check out their websites at incrediblekeepsakes.com. And don't forget to mention that Redline Radio sent you. For all of our programming information, you can check us out on all social media platforms. You can listen to all of our great programming and live 24-hour music on the Redline Radio LLC app. You can find it on the Google Play Store, but you can also check us out at redlineradiolllc.com, where we are always live.
This is really gross, but dirty trash cans can pose a serious health risk to you and your family. The pungent smell can attract rats and flies, not to mention maggots, both of which can contain dangerous diseases transferable to humans. Your dirty trash can is susceptible to harboring dangerous bacteria. Contact Brandon at Fitz Trash Bin Cleaning today at 440-752-1533 or find them on Facebook. Veteran owned and operated and eco-friendly. Again, call Brandon at 440-752-1533.
Something strange in the neighborhood. Who are you going to call? The Pittsburgh Steelers. Because guess what, Chipper? We are live. Where are we live from?
From the Growing Wings Adult Service Studio 2.
We are. from the Growing Wings Adult Services Studio number 2. And we are missing somebody in the studio today. Who would that be?
That would be, I don't know who.
Lee motherfucking money.
That's how you're gonna
There
play
he
me,
is.
Chipper? That's how you're gonna
There he
fucking
is.
play me, Chipper? Well, you know what, Chipper? Bye.
We can't hear anybody. I mean, I can barely hear. Go ahead. He left. Lee has left the building.
Lee is, there he is.
And we have with us tonight, very special producer. Want to give him a big shout out. Who is he tonight, Chipper? Who's our producer
That
tonight?
is Timbuktu.
He is joining us.
On loan from the gentleman at Talking About Balls.
Do you know how much strings I had to pull from the Talking About Balls boys to make this happen?
Well,
I
I can
had
only
to make
imagine.
2 trades.
I can only imagine Kyle and Justin both have G strings, so I can only imagine how strong those strings are.
That wasn't involved in trade talks, but they wouldn't give them up quite yet. I had to do some more things
Gotcha.
to them guys. But we are on a winning streak, Chipper. How about that 2-game winning streak? Pittsburgh Steelers win Monday night
Yeah.
against the Jeff Saturday
Yep.
and the Indianapolis Colts.
Yep.
And then today, we win against Mike Smith,
No, Arthur Blank.
Arthur Blank.
Arthur Smith. I'm sorry.
Arthur Smith. I had the last name correct, Chipper.
Arthur Smith.
Arthur Smith and the Atlanta Dirty Bird Falcons.
Hey, it's a two-game winning streak, and that's really all that matters.
It is a winning streak. So, Lee, since you're not in studio here tonight and you're joining us from Spook Central, let's talk about the win, man.
Well, I mean, let's start with the Monday night win. I mean, I think we saw this offense finally starting to do something, finally starting to come alive. And then in the second half, they shit the bed the way that they had been all season. But we got to see a little bit more of the offense today, coming a little bit alive more. You know, they played a more complete game this week than they did last week. But you know, still a lot of work to do on offense. But to me, I think the story of today's game was more the fact that the defense was who actually more dropped the ball in the second half than it was the offense, which is not something that we've normally seen. I mean, other than that amazing interception by Minkah Fitzpatrick to win the game. But, you know, I mean, that defense dropped, what was it, 10 points in the second half? Because it was 16 to 6 at halftime. And I mean, we won 19-16. I mean, it was ridiculous.
Yeah, the defense. I think the defense, like, has been the norm in the second half. Kind of let us down because Atlanta finally figured out that he could actually run the ball all over us in the second half. So yeah, that definitely was an
Tim,
issue.
I can barely hear Chipper in my headphones. Go ahead.
So in the second half, you know, when Atlanta was just running the ball all over us, they finally realized the defense finally came to fruition, and that is who it's been in the second half of the season or second half of games.
Yeah, man. I mean, and kudos to Justin George. The Justin George party is watching. Thank you for tuning in here tonight. Thank you for letting us borrow your producer.
Thank you, guys.
But yeah, I mean, second half of the game, it looked like we were going to blow it again. I mean, because they were driving on us and driving on us and driving on us. I think the fourth quarter, they held the ball for 9.5 minutes of the fourth quarter. And they did 16 plays in the fourth quarter in order to kick that field goal.
I thought the first half was phenomenal. The way we had the ball control.
We were moving the ball on
my
offense.
goodness. But the only problem is we didn't finish drives. That was my only problem in the first half.
When you say we didn't finish drives, are you talking
touchdowns?
Okay, yes. So you're right. We didn't finish drives on that part, but we still got the necessary points that we needed. The 3 points. And Matt, right? He was on today.
No, don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to be a downer about the game or even Monday night's game. It's the fact that, you know, the way we ran up with the drives that we had in the first half. We had a 14-play drive that ended up in a field goal. We had like a 10-play drive that ended up in a field goal, and then we got the touchdown, which is great. But we got to be able to finish those drives, especially when you're holding the ball for 7-8 minutes a drive.
Correct. I mean, the other thing we learned from this is too, is I don't know if you and Lee have noticed this, and you guys can tell me and comment on this, but Kenny's getting a lot better in the pocket, and he's extending plays. And it kind of reminds you of a young Big Ben.
Oh, don't go there.
I'm not saying that he's going to be the caliber of him, but he made some plays today that moved the receivers open to get them the ball. The one with Connor Haywood, he read that defense to perfection. He had 5 wide. He's seen the corner bite or the middle linebacker bite, and Haywood was wide open in the end zone. That is the throw he was supposed to make.
But he also missed a bunch of deep passes.
You didn't allow me to finish. You're 100% right. Yep. He did miss them. But there was I would say 9 or 10 plays he was spot on, and he didn't turn the ball over again, which is great.
Yep. That's what he's supposed to do right now.
And he managed the game.
Yep.
And we're on a win streak.
Yep, a 2-game winning streak.
Not your streak, not Tim's streak, not Lee's streak, but we're on a winning streak.
Winning streak, yes.
So, Lee, what do you think about that?
I mean, we're seeing a lot more Kenny Pickett. I mean, Kenny Pickett is starting to look like the kind of quarterback that we wanted him to look like and have expected him to look like. But I want to jump onto something that Adam Bittner and then we're talking about on their post-game show, the Post-Gazette post-game show. And
him and Paul Gates.
Yeah. And that was that Pickett is starting to look good, but we're not getting the production out of the receivers and the backs that we've expected. Najee had a pretty good game, but where was George Pickens? Where was Deontay? I dropped the fucking ball again. I asked them the question if they thought that. I don't know if they ever answered it because I had to get ready to start getting ready for the show. But I asked them the question if they thought that Johnson was worth the $20 million we're paying for him.
Oh, he's absolutely not.
I mean, 2 blatant passes that he had that were first downs. Quit trying to make the extra move. Quit trying to make it. Just go for the first down. Get us the first down.
Well, no. Hold on. Lee's point was, he's dropping balls. And he did have, again, like I told you pre-show, the one where he caught and should have been called a fumble, but they overturned it and says it was an incomplete pass. There was that. And then he had at least 1 or 2 others that, he should have had.
The one right in his hands, he should have had that one. Then the one where he dropped, he tried to make another move. He took 2 steps. Everybody knows that that's a football move. You're a yard away from the first down. Get the first down instead of trying to outrun him and get the touchdown. As I told you last week, our receivers.
Are you talking about the fumble that got overturned?
What's that?
You talking to me or
where you said Dave? You were the one that was talking about when he made the football move. Was that the overturned fumble that you're talking about?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh.
He could have just got the first down and been done with it. But instead he tried to outrace the cornerback.
No, not that play.
Which play are you talking about?
The play that got overturned, it was, what was it, like 3rd and 8? Kenny threw him the ball. And he kind of sort of made a football move, and they originally called it a fumble, but then they overturned it as an incomplete pass, and we had to punt.
It was a fumble,
but they overturned it and said it was an incomplete pass because he didn't make a football move.
I thought that they went with that.
No, but it and said it was an incomplete.
Well, I mean, if that's the case, then I would have went for it.
On 4th and 8?
Well, I mean, if that's the case, then I would have went for it.
On 4th and 8?
Yes, I would have went for it at 4th and 8, inside the 50. Yes, I would have went for it at 4th and 8, inside the 50. Why do I keep hearing reverb back in my headphones? Somebody's phone.
Lee, you messing with some settings? Lee, you messing with some settings?
You have not touched anything.
All right. So
now he did. Now DJ did actually, which I will like to give him props on. When he did catch the ball, he did more times than not run forward rather than side to side or backwards.
Yeah. I mean, I'm talking about the one where he spun and tried to get more yards. And all he had to do was go this way. He caught the ball over here, and all he had to go was do this way, and then he just backtracks and goes this way.
I missed that one. I must have missed that one because I didn't see it.
Yeah, I mean that was like his fourth or fifth catch.
Yeah.
But
hey, we're talking about a 2-game winning streak and a victory Sunday. Let's be positive for at least a little bit.
I'm positive. Okay. Then I had somebody in a Steelers chat say, "Hey, think we can make the playoffs?"
Oh God, here we go with that now.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yes.
I do not. And I repeat, I do not want us making the playoffs.
Denied.
Thank you. Yes.
Yes. Can we hear that again, Tim? Can we hear that again?
Denied.
Yes.
Please, no.
And if we got to pound it in your head, third time's a charm.
Denied.
There you
go. Please, no.
So, yeah. So with you people talking about playoffs with this team, come on, guys. Really? I mean, this team is not a playoff team.
No.
We can't get our defense off the field. Another game where TJ Watt really didn't do anything. People are giving excuses about he's playing with broken ribs.
Well, apparently he got chop blocked over last week and got hit in the ribs, and he's playing with a flak jacket, whatever you want to call it.
Correct. And that's why his production's down, is because
it can't be that.
He's playing with that. And they're using that as an excuse that he's not getting the sacks. Well, I watched the defense.
Why does it have to be a numbers game? Like the guys from Talking About Balls talk about. It's not all about numbers. Justin even mentions about Myles Garrett. It's not all about numbers.
I get that, but how many times did you see him or them blitz today?
Oh, I don't even know.
Lee, how many times did you see them blitz?
Not many, if at all.
I can count on 3 fingers about how many times I've seen them blitz. 3 times the whole game.
I don't think they really had to because Mariota is so bad.
If he's so bad, he almost beat us.
He didn't almost beat us. They almost came back and beat us because they ran the hell out of the ball on us.
And we can't stop it.
Well, it has nothing to do with Mariota. Cordell Patterson hardly did anything.
He had 91 yards or 81 yards in the second half.
Well, Najee hit 86 total, but he had 69 in the first half.
Okay, so that's doing something.
But our offense should have done something in the second half.
And why didn't we, Chipper?
Why didn't we, Dave?
Because we didn't call the same plays as we did that executed enough in the first half that we should have done in the second half. And I told you this, I think it was last week or the week before, that you were sitting next to me when I said, Chipper, we have to get our playmakers involved. And you looked at me like, well, how are you going to do that? And I eat my words on one of them. I said Gunner, and you said fucking Gunner. Yeah, well, Gunner made one. They gave him a jet route, and he got stuck in the backfield. But Steven Sims, they moved him around, got him the ball. They moved Deontay around, they got him the ball. And Muth got moved around too. He got the football. He had 3 catches for 76 yards and could have had a touchdown. But
What did you guys think about Muth today? I mean, Muth had a hell of a game today for the first time in a long time.
Other than that run after catch that he had an okay game. I mean, if it wasn't for that one catch that he made and then got out of that tackle and ran it for another 15, 20 yards, I thought he had a good game.
he had a decent game.
What's that?
I was shocked. Freiermuth is not a name we've heard very much this season.
Actually, I think he's like fourth
He's
or
in
something
the top
like
5 in tight ends.
Receiving yards for tight ends, I think.
Yeah. They were talking.
Don't quote me on that, but I think that's what they said on the broadcast.
You were talking about too, or they were talking about too on the broadcast about Deontay Johnson.
Shout out to my wife Shar tuning in. Big Freiermuth fan, by the way.
What's up, Shar? Hopefully Chipper got you your bacon on your oh boy that
God, here we go with that.
he woke you up when he went to go get oh boy, but I know we're sitting.
But I thought Freiermuth had a good game. You know, Pickens was obviously very visibly upset on the sideline because he hadn't been throwing a effing ball.
Do you blame him?
No.
And then when you throw him the ball, Matt Canada's genius gets him an out route. That's a check down, and we get 2 yards, Chipper. 2 yards on that.
Did Pickens actually get a catch? Because
he got 1 catch for 2 yards.
When was that?
The last drive.
Okay, I kind of missed that last drive.
He was not happy. He was not happy.
I saw him on the sidelines. He was livid.
And he was yelling at
Cam Hayward had to come over and what was that, Lee?
I said he was literally yelling at the coaches, "Give me the fucking ball!"
Right.
Hayward had to go calm him down. Cam Hayward had to go calm him down.
Yeah,
and you know what? Kudos to Cam. Kudos for Cam for going up to the youngster and say, "Hey, calm down. It's bigger than numbers, like you said.
Yep.
We got the win.
Yep.
You'll get your time."
Yep.
And Deontay, they were talking about, as I got interrupted or we went to the other topic, they were talking about Deontay Johnson is the #1 wide receiver in the league with his catches and his yards,
but no touchdowns.
No touchdowns.
Yep.
How does that happen? How you have that guy who's making $19.4 million, had 5 catches today, dropped 3 balls. How do you not, Matt Canada, get him the football?
Well, Lee, and if you disagree, feel free to chime in, but it has to do with the fact that we've got 4 total passing touchdowns on the season. So
Kenny's got 4, Mitch has got 3, so we're at 7.
Okay.
7 passing touchdowns this season.
And we're in week 13?
That's got to be the lowest in NFL history.
It's not good.
It is not good. So what do you think about that, Lee? Lee?
$19 million. That's for damn sure.
No,
he's not worth the 19.4.
19.4.
I'm going to make sure we're right.
There was somebody talking about today in one of the chats saying, well, maybe it's time to trade him. There's nobody giving him that money.
No.
Nobody's giving you up draft picks for Deontay Johnson. Nobody's going to take on that contract. I was reading in the chats too that people are going back on the Claypool thing, saying about how Nick Khan or Omar Khan,
Omar Khan,
got taken by the Bears for that pick. He stole that pick from them.
And anybody in the know would tell you that, and that's what they said too.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know, man. And then the whispers are starting to go out about how Tomlin's job is safe now because it looks like this team is on the up. What do you think about that, Chipper?
I've been saying, I've been saying, I think you guys have been saying it too. His job is safe for at least another year because they don't fire head coaches.
Well, I mean, you're right that they don't fire head coaches.
So then why would Tomlin be gone?
Don't know.
Okay.
A lot of people.
Okay. So to those idiots out there that think Mike Tomlin will be gone if he has a losing season this year, you are incorrect. He is not going anywhere.
By the way, I got to give it to you, Chipper. Nice old school Greg Lloyd jersey.
Thank you.
Appreciate that. He was a Steeler legend. Yeah.
Thank you.
And as I stuck my number.
Now, hang on. You keep saying that there's no way that Tomlin's going to lose his job after the season.
Nope.
Everybody keeps forgetting the fact that we do have a brand new general manager, and Tomlin may not be the coach he wants. So there is still a possibility that, like Matt Canada, Tomlin will be gone after this season.
No.
No to who?
No, Canada or Tomlin is not going anywhere.
I was about to say
in the foreseeable future.
I was about to say because even your buddy,
holy shit,
Adam Bittner said that there's a possibility of Canada getting fired.
Well, we all know that Canada's going
But
to
you
get fired.
you sat here in studio.
No, you're right. You're right. What I said is I heard, and the thought that was thrown out there was because Canada didn't have a chance to give a full season with Pickett, that they would give him another chance, give him a full season with Pickett.
Well, you know what we're going to do, Chipper.
And then after hearing all this, hearing what Adam Bittner said and all the other Pittsburgh media saying there is no way in hell. Although, depends on what happens in the next 4 or 5 games.
His job is not safe.
Just saying.
His job is not.
They even said that on the post-game show that his job is not safe, regardless of what this offense does the rest of the season.
Okay.
Yeah, his job's not safe. But you know what we can do, Chipper?
Believe me, I'm not defending Matt Canada in any way, shape, or form. None.
So here's what we can do, Chipper.
What can we do, Dave?
We're going to take a survey.
We?
Yeah, me and you. We are going to.
And Lee?
Well, Lee's not going to be with us next week. You won't let me.
Oh,
you won't let me talk. I was trying to break some news here.
Go ahead.
Denied.
Good call on that, Tim. But next week, when we're in Pittsburgh for the Baltimore game, we can ask the fans of Pittsburgh, what do they think of Matt Canada? What's their thoughts on Matt Canada retaining his job as the Steelers offensive coordinator for 2023?
You suck.
Well, we've been saying that for weeks, but yeah, that's right.
I mean, there's still plays that dumbfound me that he calls.
Some of those jet sweeps are just dumb as hell.
Because he's not using the proper personnel for that. And if you look at any other team's jet sweeps, they're using their fastest player, not their slowest player. So your fastest player.
Well, they did it today.
Who'd they use?
Sims and Gunner.
Okay, so Sims, they did that one today. But the other one, you talk about Gunner, he's not fast. Now you know who you should have brought in for that one?
Do tell. I bet you'll tell me.
Yeah, I'll tell you here.
Go, please do. Anxiety is.
We just talked about George Pickens trying to get the football, right? He's a star in the rise, correct? Why don't you have him doing that play instead of Gunner?
He's not okay.
He's not a what? Go ahead, explain your case.
He's not a wide receiver runner. I don't think he's ever done those. I don't even think he did those in college because he's supposed to.
He did it this year when Chase Claypool threw him the touchdown pass.
It wasn't a jet sweep.
Yes, it was. He went one way, he faked him out, went back the other way, and then Claypool came the other way and threw him the ball in the end zone. That was a jet sweep.
It was a double reverse.
Okay, double reverse, jet sweep, same thing. But you got to get your players the football. You have to get your people who got speed the football. You have to get it to them.
Sure.
And you have to find creative ways to do it. Hey, Derek Watt got another catch today. How about that?
I couldn't believe they actually threw the ball to him. Like,
How
really?
about that?
Derek Watt caught a
He
ball?
is actually now earning his money.
Do you still hate him?
I never hated him.
No,
I don't hate him.
That's a blatant lie.
I don't hate him.
Okay.
But real quick, I just wanted to show you this real quick. 9 different wide receivers Pickett hit today.
Yeah.
9 different. So that's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's moving the football around like he's supposed to do. Go ahead, Lee.
I didn't say nothing.
Oh, I heard somebody in the background say something. But if you guys want to get involved in the show, Chipper, what's the number you call?
Call the Fitz Trash Bin Cleaning Service LLC hotline at 440-444-7251. Feel free to call in and chime in on the 2-game winning streak we have right now.
Did you think we
the fact that the offense is actually looking pretty goddamn good right now.
Did you think
now granted it's been against a couple of shitty teams, but
did you think we'd get to this point in the season where we're on a winning streak? Because for a minute
at this point in the schedule, I kind of did because this part of the schedule really reeks.
Do you think we can win next week?
Denied.
Yes.
Somebody's phone's on because I can hear the playback in my headphones. Somebody's phone's on.
Lee, you think we can beat the Rat Fucks next week with Lamar?
With Lamar, it'll be tough with Lamar, but without Lamar, we definitely have a chance.
Well, yeah, without him, of course we got.
I think we got a chance with Lamar. You don't think so?
I mean, we always have a chance because the rivalry is so good. So yeah, I'm not going to say there's no way in hell, but it's not good.
It's not good.
Well, wait till we get to our picks and we can discuss it even further. But
Yeah, you're right. What else you guys want to talk about here?
I'm actually excited to talk about the offense for a little bit. I mean,
Let's talk about it.
We got a 2-game winning streak. The last 3 or 4 games, we've run for over 100 plus yards. Kenny's actually looked pretty good.
Kenny hasn't turned the football over.
Najee's run for almost 100 yards. What?
You taking
two out of the last 3 games?
You taking your foot on the
No.
He's still on pace to go for 1,000 yards.
But right. But I just want to know: is the offense, guys? Is the offense looking that good because the offense is getting better? Is the offensive line looking that much better, or is it because of the teams that we're playing?
We'll let Lee Money start off with that. Lee, go ahead. You can lead off with that one.
Maybe.
Lee, are you there?
Maybe not.
Lee, are you there?
I didn't hear anything. You guys were frozen.
So the question was: is our offense looking good because it's actually getting better, or is it because of the shitty teams we played the last 3 out of the 4 weeks?
I'll say it's 50-50 because I do think that the offense is finally starting to gel. We did see something out of the O-line today that we haven't really seen all season. Like you said, Najee's getting numbers. Muth had a great game this week. I mean, other than Deontay Johnson, we didn't get to see much of George Pickens, so we didn't get to see, how he would have played today. But I do think that the offense is starting to gel a little bit, but we have been playing some crappy teams. But I was just checking CBS Sports, and it does look like Lamar Jackson will be out next week. It's not a career or not a season-ending knee injury, but if he's not back next week, he'll be back sometime after that.
Why? What are they saying is the injury?
Sprain.
Well, I know it's a knee sprain, but
knee sprain. So
we'll
Lamar.
see.
So he said Lamar is definitely out for next week.
He's saying that he says that's what CBS Sports is saying. That he's out next week.
All right. So with that being said,
what do you think about the? I mean, is it because we're actually playing better, or is it because we're playing the crappy teams?
I kind of think, like Lee said, I think it's 50-50. I think our offense can flourish, or not flourish, but be better with the crappy teams than it was with the better teams. I think, too, that Canada knows that he's on the hot seat, and I think he's trying to save his job by trying to do different things. But we got to give it to the offensive line, too, because Kenny hasn't been put on his butt a lot.
No, he had no sacks today, I don't think.
So kudos to them. Can we give them flowers? The offensive line is getting flowers today. We can send them. When we go to Pittsburgh next week, I will give each one of the linemen a carnation, a yellow one. But I mean, you're right though, Chipper.
But I mean, is it because we're playing the crappy teams, or is the offense really getting that much better? I mean, I like to think that the offensive line is getting better.
It is,
like you said, no sacks today.
Sacks. And they made a big stink out of Okorafor. When he came back, the line got better. Legee filled in for him, and he almost gave up that one sack where he pushed him back in, where he pushed Cole back into Pickett and interrupted the pass.
Yeah,
the one for Freiermuth. So once Okorafor got back in, that kind of changed. So the offensive line was doing it, and Najee playing hurt. There was reports that
I think that had something. I think that has something to do with it because he didn't want to admit it. But yeah, I think that had something to do with it.
And it looks like he's running a lot harder now because earlier in the season, before the bye, he wasn't getting any yards after contact.
Now, well, the question I will pose to both you and Lee is: Najee running as hard as he is and getting yardage that he is it because he's over the injury, or was it because Tomlin lit a fire under his ass and got Jalen Warren starting more catches or more carries? Benny Snell now more carries.
I think both are factors. I think he did play hurt, and his injury's kind of healed now. And I think he's seen when he was out that they really don't need him to produce like he did because they have other people that can step up. Jalen Warren, Benny Snell, who would have thought that? Anthony McFarland. Was McFarland even on the roster today? Did he? Was he?
He didn't play. He didn't play today. I don't know if he was on the roster.
I mean, so he had to because he's on special teams. He's a special team specialist.
Was he there? I don't know.
I did see him, but he didn't get no snaps. I do remember seeing him. But yeah, McFarland. I mean, I think he's seen.
Oh, you talk about McFarland?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know if he played at all. I did see.
He played on special teams.
Okay.
But I seen Bill had 2 big runs. He had one of 7 yards and then one of 8 yards.
Oh, Snell carried the ball pretty good today.
Yeah. So I mean, maybe it did light a fire underneath of his ass. And if that's what you got to do sometimes to do it, then that's what you got to do. These guys making millions and millions of dollars. Sometimes they don't want to play hard enough.
Lee, what do you think? Do you think it was it more or less the injury, or was the fact that Tomlin finally lit a fire his ass?
I agree with Dave. I think it's a combination of both. I mean, he was definitely hurt at the beginning of the season. They didn't hide that at all. That he was going through something. But I mean, maybe Tomlin lit a fire under everybody's ass because I mean, it definitely like we said, these last 2 games, against the Colts and the Falcons today, this offense has seemed to look like a completely different team than what we saw the first half of the season and the first part of the second half of the season after they came back from the bye. Now, my question is this: will they be able to do that against a team the caliber of the Ravens? We saw, I mean, the whole fucking NFL was shocked when we beat the Bengals week 1. Week 2, we looked like a high school football team playing an NFL team. Or not week 2, but the second time we played the Bengals. But now this offense, and I think this team is starting to find its identity with Pickett, with, everything else that's going on. But we haven't seen it against a high caliber team yet. So I think
I'll answer your question with this question, Lee. What caliber are the Ravens? I mean, the Ravens aren't necessarily all that great.
They're tied for first place in the division at 7-4.
Okay, so they're 2 games ahead of us.
2 games ahead of us, 2 games ahead of Cleveland, and they're before the Bengals beat the Chiefs today. Dave, you owe like $10 after yesterday. I don't want to hear shit.
I do owe like $10
from yesterday.
Yes.
Well, that's not on the show. That don't count.
They made sure it counted. It counts. I said it. So
yeah. So Lee, you're saying the caliber of the Ravens. I mean, let's face it. The whole AFC North right now
is ass, except for the Bengals.
Well, I mean,
Bengals had a good win today.
Yeah, I mean, apparently they beat the Chiefs, so yeah, they had a really good win today. But I mean, the AFC North is still out there to be had, I guess. I mean, if us and the team for the clowns from First Energy. I was going to say the team for First Energy. I'm going to just say I'm going to say the clowns that play at First Energy.
You almost said it.
Are 2 games out of first place. So AFC North. That's what I'm saying. Lee mentioned the Ravens, the caliber of the Ravens. Well, exactly what kind of caliber? So are you saying like a 500 team then? Can we beat a caliber of a 500 team?
I want to see us, like Lee said, I want to see us go up against a team that's got a winning record and we can just dominate them.
That'd be great.
I want us to dominate 1 game this year and see something. Kenny's got to have a breakout game.
Now, the only problem with that is that we don't play anybody the rest of the season with a winning record.
Baltimore.
Well, Baltimore, yeah, but after that, nobody.
Okay, so Baltimore, let's go dominate them. We got 2 games against them. Let's go beat them, both games.
Yeah, we're done with Cincinnati, right?
Yeah, we're done with Cincinnati, and we played a team that plays in First Energy one more time. Last game of the season. But let's go beat them. Let's go dominate them because we've been dominated twice this year against Buffalo and against 3 times. Mm-hmm. Buffalo, Philly, Miami. We've been dominated. So we have to pay some of these teams back when we're getting our asses kicked. I mean, over the last 2 years, we've been dominated 5 games. The Chiefs playoff game last year, the team that plays in First Energy the year before that, which still stings,
thinks that that snap to that what Lee says that Godzilla couldn't even catch.
And the 3 games this year. Let's go dominate somebody. Put in the work. Do what you got to do. Kenny's got to have a breakout game. It's coming. He's got.
Does it have to be this year?
Yes,
I think it does.
Really?
Yes.
yes. And
You
and
were drafted.
you were talking about records, Chipper.
Yeah.
All right. So the Ravens after today are 8-4.
Okay.
The Panthers
so
are
we're
4-8. The Raiders are 4-7, and we're tied with the Clowns at 5-7.
Okay, so we're actually 3 games back.
3 games
So-
back.
I
So
mean, really, if you're looking at that, the only 2 teams that aren't really that bad of a joke, or I should say are not going to be that much of a challenge, would probably be the Raiders and the Panthers. I mean, because we don't know what the Clowns are going to look like with Deshaun yet. I mean, Deshaun looked rusty today, but I mean that was to be expected. But who knows what's going to happen with him moving forward?
How dare he even say it that way? We'll dominate the Clowns.
well, Chipper, let's hope. I mean, he does have a point.
Hey, it's the wrong show to be doing that, sir.
Hey, he does have a point. Deshaun didn't look proper today for the team that plays in First Energy, and if you didn't expect that, then there's something wrong with you because he's been out for nearly 2 years. So you got to have some rust. I mean, practice, exhibition is all different than game time.
You better get off this topic. You don't want to get yelled at for being considered a.
I am
Energy show.
getting off of this topic right now.
Okay.
You would not allow me to finish there, sewing room Chipper.
Wow.
Denied.
He's throwing out all the.
But anyway, I think that we need to go dominate Baltimore this week.
I agree.
And you asked if it's got to be this year for Kenny. Yes, because I want to see him fully turn the corner.
What is a breakout game?
I need 325 yards to 375, 2 touchdowns, 2 passing touchdowns, and a rushing touchdown from him.
Wow.
And I need him to throw the ball down the field.
Wow. Well, I agree with that. 325 to 375.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, Dave,
That's
do
a
you,
breakout game for him. Go ahead, Lee.
do you think the reason that he's not throwing down the field is because of Canada's playbook?
Yes.
Yes, that is absolutely correct. But we've seen it. The announcers have seen it. Your Hall of Fame quarterback, Ben Roethlisberger, has seen it. He is not also hitting the proper wide receivers on some of these plays
Well,
because
he's still that.
he's still learning the offense. Did you watch the Ben Roethlisberger,
No.
Marquise Pouncey podcast this week?
No.
So they criticized George Pickens for tried the one-handed catch in the end zone
Yeah.
against Indy.
Yeah.
Ben was like, can he put that ball right on
Yeah.
the spot?
He did.
You have to grab that with 2 hands.
Yep.
Ben says if I was there, I would have laid the ball probably in the same place. And when he came to the sideline, I'd have told him about the circus. Somebody laughing?
Yeah, Lee is.
Wait, you mean to say last year Ben Roethlisberger thinks he can make that catch to Pickens? Are you fucking kidding me? Maybe 7 years ago Ben Roethlisberger, but not last year Ben Roethlisberger. Get the fuck out of here, Ben. You're done.
I mean, it was
certainly could have. He certainly last year could have made that throw.
yes, because it was in the yardage he threw last year. It was a 15-yard out.
Yes.
That's what. That's what Ben throws is 15 yards. I mean, that was his high last year. 15 yards. He could have made that.
It was like a 15-yard corner pattern. That Ben definitely could have made that throw last year.
Yeah. So you got to help out your quarterback sometime. You have to.
Sure.
Because that was the touchdown. The Deontay Johnson one today when he dropped it in the end zone, falling back, that was a touchdown. It's just you got to help your quarterback out. You can't put all the blame on the quarterback, but we know he's going to get that. And they said something good today that made me think about this. everybody knew that Pittsburgh was taking a quarterback. Everybody thought that it was Malik Willis.
Yeah.
Not a lot of people thought it was Kenny Pickett.
Nope.
And they were saying he was the 20th pick in the draft. He's not been.
Thanks, Adam. Appreciate that. Screw the shit team up north.
Thank you, Adam. By the way, congrats on your
congrats on the Big Ten championship.
Yeah, Big Ten championship. But your 20th pick, and he hasn't lived up to that yet. He hasn't shown the flashes to turn a corner yet. They said, as of right now, you consider him a game manager who doesn't turn the ball over.
Because that's the system.
And that was brought up. That was brought up by one of the players, or not the players, but one of the former players that plays for Pittsburgh, Ryan Clark. He says that he thinks Kenny is the real deal, but he needs the proper system for him to flourish.
Correct.
And he doesn't think that it's the Matt Canada offense. And if you think it's the Matt Canada offense, Steeler fans, we can obviously see for 2 years with a Hall of Fame quarterback that it didn't work. And now your rookie that you drafted, it's not working with that. So why would you want to keep this guy? Why would you not want to get a head or a offensive coordinator in there who allow your first round pick to flourish in a system? You talk about how you've had 3 coaches in 30 years. You talk about how you've had 2 Hall of Fame quarterbacks, and you don't want to fall back into that.
Right.
Now, can us as Steelers fans deal with the Pickett 1 touchdown pass, 197 yards, and don't turn the ball over?
For now, they shouldn't. For now, why not?
I mean, for now, but you still got to
remember, he was the 20th pick in the draft. It's not like he was a top 5 or top 10.
But he was the first quarterback taken in his draft.
Well, and everybody that knows any better knows that the Steelers messed up by taking him so high.
Okay, so they messed up because they took him at 20, and you think they could have got him elsewhere?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. I don't agree with that statement.
Okay.
I think if they would not have got him, another team in the first round would have got him.
Who?
There weren't any teams for quarterbacks but Pittsburgh.
Thank you.
Let me see. Who was that? I'm thinking. Go ahead. You guys can talk on this one.
There's nobody, which is why Malik Willis didn't go until the 3rd round. That's exactly why he didn't go
Malik
until the
went
third
to
round.
3rd round because everybody thought he was.
But there was all these other quarterbacks though that were available.
He was the second quarterback that went off the board. Correct?
Yeah,
in the 3rd round.
In the 3rd round.
So you're
if you're
saying Kenny would have been a 3rd round pick or a 3rd round, you could have got him in the
Steelers could have got him in the 2nd round.
You think so?
Yep.
But we didn't have a 2nd round draft pick.
Why didn't we?
Oh yes, we did. We took Pickens. I'm sorry. Now, would you rather not got Pickens in the 2nd round and took him in the 1st round?
You can't say that. You can't. No, hold on.
Go ahead.
You can't throw that argument because if we took the offensive lineman, like I've been preaching for last 3 years,
you have been preaching that, but answer my question.
And then take Kenny Pickett in the 2nd round.
Then you wouldn't have had George Pickens.
Correct.
So would you sacrifice that pick for not getting George Pickens?
Yes. Or who knows? Maybe they would have taken Pickens in the 2nd round.
Maybe, but
I don't know. All I'm saying is there is no need to take a quarterback in the 1st round. Period. I said that when we said that we had the discussion that there was no need to take a quarterback in the 1st round.
Well, maybe there was no need, but we all agreed, me, you, and Lee, sitting here in the Growing Wings Adult Services studio here on Steel City Renegades, we all agreed that they fucked this up 2 years ago when they should have drafted a quarterback to replace Ben because we knew at that time his skills were diminishing, correct? Did we or did we not? So they set this franchise back 2 years.
Wait, who did they take in the 1st round 2 years ago?
You know who they took?
Oh, I know who they took.
Do you know who they took?
Yes.
Say who they took.
They took Najee Harris.
But they could have got a quarterback later.
They could have taken an offensive lineman like I wanted.
You're right.
Even though everybody knew that we needed a running back really bad at the time.
Okay, so I mean, I was all for now. I agree. Listen.
Wait,
I was
you were all for what?
J.K. Dobbins. I remember us sitting at Steel 38 Bar and Grill. Do you remember that?
I do. I absolutely
When
do.
you were like, I have that on video.
I absolutely remember that.
Okay. And I told you that I wanted Pittsburgh to take J.K. Dobbins. And we ended up taking Najee. I said J.K. and him would be. No, that was the year before. I'm sorry.
Yeah, J.K. was the year before.
So I wanted us to take J.K. Dobbins. We ended up taking Chase Claypool.
Yes.
I wanted Dobbins so bad.
Oh, so did I.
And they passed on him to get Claypool.
Yes.
That could have solidified our running back situation. Okay, we're getting here to the drafts.
Yes.
All right. They haven't been good.
No.
They haven't.
No.
They haven't really had an impactful player.
No.
They messed up the Devin Bush pick,
yes,
which they're regretting big time.
Yes.
They're regretting that big time.
And I was meaning to do. I've been meaning to do this for the last few weeks. Is printing off and showing you guys what the last 4 years of draft picks have been, and see how pissed off you guys would get.
I'm pissed off at Devin Bush.
Oh my God, you guys! If you saw the last 4 years of first round picks, or for even first 2 round picks, you guys, how bad?
Your
how
boy
bad,
Justin Lane was in that.
How bad he was?
Or not
he
Justin
was,
Lane.
He was a 3rd round pick.
He came from Michigan State.
Michigan
Still,
State.
he still sucks.
Well, I know, but he was like, never mind. Anyways, so showing you guys over the last 4 years, the top first 2 round picks that we fucked up because of your boy Kevin Colbert fucked up.
So he's my boy.
Well, just like my boy's Terrell Edmonds.
Okay, well I'll take it as he's my boy.
And your boy Akilla Witherspoon.
You're right. I like Okello. He's on the IR, so therefore he's done for the year.
Is he done for the year?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, he's done
So
for the year.
let me ask you this, Chipper.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this. All right. If we had not taken Pickett in the first round, which I think we can all agree, or at least I hope we can all agree, was definitely a mistake. Who would you have taken in the first round then?
Offensive lineman.
Who would you have
I don't know. I have to look to see who was available at the time. Offensive lineman.
So you still think right now, sitting here, that we could have got Kenny Pickett later than what we got
In the second round? Sure. It's proven, right, Lee? Yeah.
We don't know if it's proven.
It's a fact because Malik Willis didn't go to the 3rd round.
Okay. So
And
you
there
guys
wasn't another quarterback taken after that until like the 6th or 7th.
No, Matt Corral was taken in like the 4th or 5th.
Okay, it was still
I'll be
3 rounds later.
I'll be perfectly honest. I know it went Pickett, Malik Willis, Matt Corral went to Carolina, and I forget what other quarterbacks went where, but we could have easily gotten Pickett in the 2nd round.
Nobody wanted him because of his hands.
All right, so Pittsburgh took Kenny Pickett 20.
Yeah.
Trevor Penning from Northern Iowa.
Northern Iowa. Yep.
He went to the Saints.
Yep.
He's not playing, sitting on the bench.
Yeah. Okay.
What number pick?
He was 19 before him. Okay.
Oh, so he went before Kenny.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then you had Tyler Smith, offensive tackle.
Who went after Kenny?
I'm telling you right now. So pick number 21 was Trent McDuffie, cornerback from Washington. He went to Kansas City. Packers selected Quan Walker, linebacker from Georgia. Buffalo selected from the Cardinals a corner. Baltimore Ravens got Tyler Louderbaum.
Yes.
From Iowa.
I
wanted him.
He's the center.
Yeah, I remember you talked about him.
Yep.
But we got Mason Cole. So Mason Cole's decent. He's decent. He's not decent as a.
I'm not saying he isn't, but the fact that we need to revamp, we needed to revamp that offensive line.
And you didn't take him. Then
Linderbaum would have been awesome.
Okay,
I'm saying
you're right. So then, where were we at? Linderbaum. He went
because the kid from what did you say, Northern whatever it was, the kid that went to the Saints the pick before
Trevor
us,
Penning.
He's the one that I actually wanted.
Okay,
Desmond Ryder went pick 74 in the 3rd round.
Well, so
that was the next quarterback.
So Ritter went to Atlanta after Malik Willis.
Yeah, Malik Willis went 86.
Oh, so Atlanta took Ritter over Malik Willis.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Matt Corral
Oh,
He was 94.
got in the chat. Trevor Penning is healing from a torn ACL.
Yeah, he's not playing.
Okay. I'm just saying.
Thanks, Stan, for joining us.
Just saying we could have got
Dan, we missed.
I mean, we could have. We've been saying it for 2 years that we should have took offensive line. Would have, could have.
I've been saying it for 3.
Okay, 3 years. But we still, Chipper, needed a quarterback
Correct.
to be behind Ben and replace Ben.
Correct.
Because we knew that.
Correct.
We thought that we had
Right,
the free agent. Go ahead, Lee. Go ahead.
All right, let me ask you guys this. We had Rudolph, and obviously we can all agree that Rudolph has been a bust. Now,
Lee's boy.
let me
Lee's
ask you
boy.
this.
Totally Lee's boy.
Let me ask you this.
I got 2 of them.
Did Pittsburgh thinking that the quarterback that wears number 2 could have been the heir apparent to Ben, and that's why they didn't pick up another quarterback 2-3 years earlier?
That's obvious.
Yes.
The answer. That's the obvious answer. Yes.
Yep.
Stan, we miss you too. Welcome back anytime you want. Yeah, I mean that is the obvious answer. Yes,
Yes.
they thought it was, and then they figured out once he lost his job to Duck Hodges that he wasn't the answer.
Correct.
And people still to this day is like, well, he was 6-2 when he came in when Ben got hurt, and then he lost 3 in a row. Then he went 6-5, and then he won 2 games, and then Duck came in, and I do believe that Duck took us to 9-7, and we missed the playoffs by that much. So when you have an argument for Mason Rudolph, back up your facts. But you know what, man?
That went out the window when Duck did what he did.
Yeah. So I'm gonna give a second set of flowers. I'm gonna give a second set of flowers, and I'm gonna give it to Mason.
Are you giving him black roses?
Yes, black roses. And I'm gonna do that because you
love that one.
you going into this season didn't know your fate.
You know what? You can actually bring them Sunday when we go down there and hand deliver them to Rudolph when you put them in the back of my truck and we throw them in the river.
What, do you really want to throw them in the river? Now you got to.
You don't now?
No. I mean, I do, but we talk about that off the air. Now they have something to use against us, Chipper. So why did you use that on the air?
Sorry. I meant Lee wanted to throw him in the river.
I was just about to say, thank God we're not on Facebook, because Facebook would have banded us for hate speech.
Yeah. Thank you, YouTube. We appreciate you. But anyway, getting back to that, kudos to him for what he's went through this season. Going into the season where he thought that
he actually had a shot.
You had to fight Dwayne Haskins, God rest his soul.
Amen.
Mitch Trubisky.
Yep.
Kenny Pickett. You had to fight all of them.
Yeah.
And now you're the guy looking on the outside in.
Mm-hmm.
And the last two games, I will give it to him. I've seen him on the sidelines with a clipboard, coaching.
Playing tic-tac-toe.
He may be doing that, but he's over there mentoring.
Playing roto baseball, rotisserie baseball.
He's telling Kenny to keep his helmet on so it doesn't get swung at him.
Wow.
But he is over there mentoring Kenny Pickett. And as a quarterback who you thought were going to get more snaps this year, you got to give the guy kudos. And I'll give him his credit for that.
Okay.
That's the only time I'm going to give Mason credit. But for the people that want to argue with me about how this team should give Mason a chance. He tied us last year and cost us the game
against the
Lions. He lost his starting job to Duck Hodges. He wasn't a fan of Ben Roethlisberger. Maybe that's why you didn't get the starting job. You know, the other thing Ben said in this podcast, he said he was all for coming back this year, and the Steelers the Steelers drafting a quarterback. And him mentoring a quarterback. He wanted to play one more year, but Tomlin and Kevin Colbert told him, "We don't want you back."
Thanks, but no thanks.
No, wait a minute. Didn't Adam Bittner back that up too? Didn't he say that was a conversation that was had in the Steelers head office that Ben wanted to come back and train Pickett, and
Yes.
that yeah. All right, so back to the Mason thing really quick.
Jimmy G's out for the season?
Wow.
I just said that.
Well, we didn't hear you.
No, but getting back on the Mason thing real quick. Do you think that, and I'm pretty sure we've asked this before, but just to reiterate to Steelers fans that have this delusion that Mason Rudolph is an amazing quarterback, do you think that Mason missing that workout session that Haskins was doing down in Tampa, or no, it was Mitch, that Mitch was having down in Tampa, do you think that hurt his chances of even being in any kind of consideration for any kind of talk of being anything higher than the bench warmer for Kenny Pickett's ass?
Maybe, but I think the writing was on the wall after he publicly came out and said that him and Ben didn't get along. I think after that point, it was on the wall for him, and they knew that they were either going to go with Mitch or Kenny, because we heard all through training camp that Mason was going to get a fair shot, but every time I looked at training camp, I didn't see him playing with the second or third string or the first or second string offense. I seen him playing with the third string.
Yep.
So that tells me right there that Tomlin knew that he didn't want him to be a part of this team. And if he's wanted so much and he's a winner and he's a good quarterback, when we had to trade and dangle him out there, somebody would have took him, right?
Somebody would have took him.
I don't think he'll be in the league next year.
Oh, he will be.
You think so?
Yeah, he's a free agent. So
do you think San Francisco
somebody will get him on the cheap?
You think San Francisco calls Pittsburgh now and say, "Hey, can you release him?" Or if he maybe he can go there and spot start?
No, I don't think they can do that now. It's too late in the season.
You can release him,
sure,
and they can pick him up.
Sure, but
they're going to have to pick a quarterback up.
Yeah,
because Trey Lance is hurt, Jimmy G's hurt.
Trey Lance isn't hurt. They just benched him.
Oh, okay. I thought he was hurt. I thought that's why he got pulled.
No.
Oh, well, then they're back to Trey Lance. They're not going to be in a Super Bowl then.
I mean, if he was hurt, that's why Jimmy G came back. But the only reason why they haven't put Trey Lance was because Jimmy G was still playing so good. But now,
and for the fans, I'm sorry, I thought Jimmy G was hurt, but it's the top of the hour. So what do we do here? Steel City Renegades on the top of the hour, Chipper.
What do we do, Dave?
And listen to and you came in and said, "Hey, finally a producer who gives us a read-off sheet." That's exactly what you said.
Don't you dare throw me under the bus.
No, he didn't say that. He didn't say that.
Don't you dare throw me under the bus.
But hey, who is this nice state-of-the-art studio sponsored by? Go ahead, Chipper.
Growing Wings Adult Services.
Growing Wings Adult Services, yes. Who built this studio for us, Chipper?
Wiggins Construction.
Wiggins Construction and Home Improvement. Make sure you check them out. Tell them that we sent you. Tell Will that Redline Radio sent you, and leave motherfucking money. Where was we at yesterday for one of our biggest and funnest remotes we've ever done?
Oh, Dave, check it out. I got swag, man. I got swag from my boy Glenn over at Dynatech, and that was an excellent.
We got swag.
And that was an excellent remote that we had here there yesterday. My stomach is still full from all that barbecue, but let me just say this. Dynatech is the spot you need to go if you need diamond saw blades, anything involving chopping up and cutting up concrete. Glenn's your dude, and we are very, very grateful to everything that Glenn did for us yesterday over at Dynatech. But there's more.
I was right, Chipper.
Oh, Trey Lance is out for a season?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I missed that. Sorry.
I was right.
Thanks, Justin.
Yeah, I was right.
And to answer Adam's question, DJ Watt.
Yeah, TJ Watt, obviously. His buddy from that state up north, Devin Bush. Yeah. But
so you guys got swag, and you
because I have something. I have something else.
Go ahead.
So December 17th, live from 2 to 5 p.m., the Steel City Renegades and the Grapevine are going to be invading Pit Road Diecast, the official show sponsors of Steel City Renegades. We will be there from 2 to 5. live. And if you are a NASCAR fan and you need some diecast for the holidays, you see the pretty Christmas trees with the red line logo on them. You give Bill at 216-355-2347. Chipper, I know you looking at some of that new diecast that he's got.
Oh, I got a couple of things from Bill Rabbits and Sean over there at Pit Road Diecast. Got a couple of Kevin Harvick cars. Got a Keaton Keelan Harvick car. They got a great selection of diecast cars if you're looking for them.
And Chipper, you have a very nice shirt on underneath that jersey. And where did you get that Steel City Renegade shirt at?
Well, Dave, after waiting 6 months to finally get it from Incredible Keepsakes is who made that shirt.
That is right. Like Diane says, cherished moments last forever. Make sure you give them a call at 440-242-9648. Get your Christmas order. And now I heard they're very busy. I talked to Mike today. He said he's backed up 3-4 weeks.
Wow.
So they're still taking orders, though. Also, want to give a big shout out to Fish Trash Bin Cleaning, official hotline sponsor here at Red Line Radio Studio 2. Also want to give a big shout out to Bad Juju, Cleveland's #1 cover band. They got voted by that. If you want to book them today, call Chad Moon. Look him up on Facebook. Tell him that I sent you. And Lee Money, you got a sweet tattoo, a Ghostbusters tattoo. Where'd you get that done at?
Well, actually, I got more than that tattoo, and all of my tattoo work has been done by my guy, Riley Chase, over at Tattoo Therapy Inc. They got a new address. I'm waiting for Riley to send me a new logo. But you can find them in the Greenbrier Shopping Center in Parma Heights, Ohio. If you go see Riley, you tell him that either Lee motherfucking Money, Dynamite Dave, Lex Vegas, or Redline Radio sent you to see him, and you can book your consultation today. I know he is booked for the rest of the year, but he is already taking consultations for 2023.
Real quick, Tim, what do we got coming up on December
to answer your question?
On December the 9th, we have the
Christmas party is December 16th.
I can't. Okay, Lee, you had a delay. I'm sorry we stepped over you. But Timbuktu, what do we got planned for December the 9th?
December the 9th, we have the irresponsibly funny at the Lucy's Seafood Shenanigans and Steakhouse, featuring a lot of good comedians. We got Marquand Banks, Gene Miller, Tank with a C, Jen, Loco Willie, and Pat Madison. That is December 9th, 7 p.m. The address is 2218 Broadview Road, and that is in Cleveland, Ohio. Shout out to our sponsors, Lucy Shenanigans.
And you can get your tickets on sale today for $10 in advance or $15 at the door. Look myself up, look Lex up, look up all the comedians. Big shout out to Lucy's, one of our sponsors. And Chipper, if you want to buy a house, where do you go?
Well, you would call All Access Realty. You can give them, if your business is if you're looking to buy a new or selling a home, or your business is looking to upgrade, contact Frank at All Access Realty. He's a veteran. Thank you. Frank is a veteran who served our country and is now serving the community. Frank is also committed to helping our veterans. If you know of any housing opportunities for our vets, please contact Frank today. You can call him at 440-391-7430 or email him at franks@allaccessrealty.com.
All right. And also, real quick, give a big shout out to my boys and girls over at Detroit Auto Parts. They got 2 convenient locations. I know the wintertime's coming up here in Northeast Ohio. You're going to need some of that windshield washer fluid. You're going to need your blinker fluid change. You're going to need your oil change, tie rod ends from hitting potholes and whatnot. Yes, I said it, Chipper.
What is blinker fluid?
I don't know. People come and ask for it all the time.
Okay.
It doesn't exist, but people come and ask for it.
Lee, does your Kia have blinker fluid?
Absolutely. Filled up to the brim.
But they got 2 convenient locations for 80 East 200. Give them a call today or tomorrow when they open up at 7 o'clock, 216-513-7373. Or on the west side at 4941 Pearl Road, where the original OG Redline Radio Studio is. Give them a call today. Ask for Gene or Rob. Tell them Redline Radio sent you to give you that 10% off. And Chipper, if you go to Pit Road Diecast real quick, we'll touch them real quick, the official show sponsor, and you mention Redline Radio, what do you get off?
You get $5 off your purchase.
$5. And if you tell them it came from you from the sewing room, you'll get an extra $1 off. compliments of Chipper.
$1.99.
Just mention sewing room hashtag.
That's
Hey, Dave.
Yeah.
Real quick before we move on. I got some friends that want to start a podcast. Where should they go?
Where should they go? They should come to Redline Radio and ask us about our podcast that we got going on. Or if you guys want to do a commercial, we can do that too at Redline Media Group. You call me today at 440-503-0828 or look up Lead Money on Facebook. I think his phone number is 440-390-1248. What's your phone number, Lee?
440-590-1268.
1268. There you go. 540-1268.
I would seriously reconsider doing that if you don't have to deal with the harassment like I have to.
The spam callers, I get them all day. 26 calls they gave me last week.
That's it?
26. All right. So now, Tim, if you would, pick time for week 14.
Hey, all I can say is pick week for me this week was actually really good. I don't think I've lost a game. Well,
weren't you
this
the
week so far? But
guy
since Chiefs lost, I did.
Weren't you the guy to pick the Chiefs? I think me and Lee were the only two to pick.
I did pick the Chiefs.
Pick the Bengals.
Yeah. I think you guys are the ones that took Jacksonville this week too. But
I did take Jacksonville, and you took the Lions.
Yeah.
So we're even on that. Yeah. But we'll let Lee start off with the Thursday night game. Lee, the Las Vegas Dynamite Dave Raiders versus the Los Angeles
prison inmate game of the week right here already off the bat.
Los Angeles without Sam or
Matt Stafford,
Matthew Stafford,
Cooper Kupp,
yeah, Rams,
yeah, against that outstanding team from Las Vegas.
That is an outstanding
team.
Hey,
they suck.
But Josh McDaniel might get fired this year.
Well,
who you got?
I picked the Rams.
He's got the Rams. Lee or Chipper?
Did Vegas lose yet? Vegas. Oh my God, Vegas won. Shit. I know for a fact I took the Chargers. Oh, I'm absolutely 100% taking Rams.
Guess who I am taking, Chipper?
I'm guessing you're taking the Raiders.
Guess who I'm taking?
Let's see. Yeah, of course you're taking the Vegas Raiders.
The Raiders.
Yeah. Yeah, good for you.
Hey,
all right, Chipper. Hey, Tim, if you want to get into this, you can. Who do you got, Tim?
I'm actually gonna go with the Raiders as well.
Tim's taking the Raiders.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna start off with Chipper on this one.
Does anybody want the Jets? Jets at Buffalo.
Oh, Jets at Buffalo.
Yeah. Does anybody want the Jets?
No. I'm taking Josh Allen.
Yeah. Lee.
You can see my picks on the screen. I picked Buffalo.
He did him while he's at his house right before the
Tim, do you want to take the Jets?
Home after they lose, yes.
Good segue.
I like that.
That is.
Speaking of homes, if you're looking to buy or sell a home, please contact All Access Realty.
Frank Soda can.
Yeah.
All right, so game number 3.
The Clowns show up north at Cincinnati.
Lee, who are you taking?
Lee, we know he's taking a clown show.
No. I have the Cincinnati Bengals in a landslide.
I don't think it'll be a landslide.
I'll take double digits.
Wow. You think it's a double-digit win?
I think it'll be 10.
Cincinnati is playing pretty good right now. They are playing really good.
Who are you taking? Okay. Just want to make it official.
I hate to disappoint you, fellas.
But hold on, Tim. Hold on.
Just wanted to make it official.
Who did you actually think I was taking?
Hey, you never know. Just wanted to make it official. I wanted it on record so you don't change it again.
My picks are right there.
Tim?
I hate to disappoint you, fellas. I understand Watson didn't look great this game. But what makes you think that second game is going to be different?
Chipper, I'll let you elaborate on
I
that.
don't know, man, because you still have Joe Woods as your defensive coordinator. How about that?
I mean, the defense looked good though.
Today.
Well, you did play
Because
Houston.
they ignored Woods.
That's possible. However, we didn't we beat the Bengals earlier this year?
I don't recall. I know we did.
Yeah, we beat the Bengals.
I don't
once.
recall.
We beat the Bengals.
Well, wasn't it? Yeah, it was on Monday night, wasn't it?
And we beat them.
Yeah,
They did beat
it was on
them.
Monday
And we
night.
beat them with Jacoby.
Yeah,
They did.
Yeah.
But that's when Cincinnati wasn't playing that well. They're playing pretty good football right now. They could go
Hey,
back to.
don't let him. Don't force him to change his
No,
mind.
no, I'm not.
I'm not. He's not changing. He's arguing his point. For me, yeah, they definitely look a lot better than they have. But I'm pretty sure we'll be able to with the extra motivation we have. Plus, we need to win out these games. I believe that they're going to play tough enough where Cincinnati's not going to be able to stay with us.
Okay. You still got Joe Woods. as your defense.
Is Tim finally done?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll wake up again then.
Wow.
Wow.
You know, do we have any kind of technical difficulties that you want to throw on Lee's end?
No, that's
No,
okay.
you're
That's all right.
Okay.
That's all right. I'm behind the producer's desk.
Wah, 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 wah.
All right, next game we have is
Does anybody?
we
and
got,
I
wait,
mean
we got Houston at Dallas.
Does anybody?
Are you now think about this before you answer. You want to piss off Angel? Do you want to stay on the Christmas card list?
I'm on the Christmas card list.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Who are you taking this game?
Who am I
Go
taking this
ahead.
game?
Are you taking Houston? Are you taking Houston? That's the only way you're staying on the Christmas card list.
I am taking.
Do it. And Lee didn't take anybody, so he's staying.
Yeah, Lee didn't take anybody in this.
He's Switzerland. He's staying. He's staying neutral. He's playing.
He wants to get on the Christmas card
He's
list.
trying to get back on the.
He's
Christmas
taking
card
the
list.
team from Texas.
No. Out of respect for my friend Angel, I refuse to pick this game.
Oh my God! You didn't think about that till Chipper was harassing me about it.
Hey, no, if you go back into the Steel City Renegades chat and look when I sent these picks during the second quarter of the game, that game was still blank. I refuse to pick that game because I cannot pick Dallas.
Chipper, do you believe Mr. Lee Money?
Like I said, he's playing in Switzerland.
Come on, man. He just thought about that. That's why his mic was muted. Anyway,
Mike wasn't
next
muted.
game.
I'm picking Dallas.
Oh, you're definitely not on the Christmas card list.
I don't know if I was on it in the first place.
You were. It's from Angel. Angel's a generous guy.
Justin actually does bring up a good point. Joe Burrow has never beaten the Clowns. That's a good point.
Yeah, very good point. Thanks for that tidbit there, Justin. Appreciate you guys or you watching too.
Thanks, guys.
All right, next game.
Obviously, I'm taking the Death Blue Star.
You'll never be on the Christmas
I'm
list.
not going to, and I don't care. Love you, Angel.
He might buy you a cigar.
I'm still waiting on that. I'm probably waiting on that longer than this Steel Renegade shirt.
Okay, we're going to change the
The
subject.
Steel Renegade shirt that we got from Incredible Keepsakes that took Dave, was it 8.5 months to get to us?
Okay, whatever.
Next game. No, that'll be next week. Next game.
We'll be in a sewing room next week, so it doesn't matter. Actually, no, we'll be at the game.
We might be here. We don't know yet. We haven't figured that out yet.
Yeah, we might be here. That's gonna be a long ass day.
You think?
I mean,
How long of a day do you think that I had when I went down there to see the
fuck
Saints?
Chipper. That means we're gonna have to eat 2 times Burgatory. Yes,
Bring me one.
we will.
I didn't know Lee was that much of a kiss. Oh, you have no idea, Justin. When it comes to Angel, you have no idea.
Yes, he is a kiss ass towards Angel.
No response from Lee.
Is his mic on? Can you hear him?
Oh,
My
he got
mic has not been muted the entire show.
Lee, has Chipper told you?
Shut your mouth and give me a chance to talk.
quite possibly the best show we've ever had.
Wah, 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 wah.
All right, well, fine. You know what? Here, we'll settle this right now. Tim can produce every show from here on out, and I'll stay home.
No, you're coming to the studio.
No, that wouldn't be fun.
Even if Tim did produce another show, you'd still be in studio.
Yeah.
No, you're gonna have your car problem fixed.
Yes.
So
We
you'll
gotta
be
have
in
you.
studio.
It wouldn't be the same without you in studio.
It wouldn't be the same without you sitting right next to Chipper or sitting at the producer. Actually, sitting at the producer's desk that's kind of close to you, Chipper.
Yes.
So he will technically be
Technically.
Yes, he will technically be next to you.
As great as this show is, I would do it no justice. Lee would probably be better back here.
Well, thank
Now,
you, Tim.
now who's kissing ass?
Yeah, he's trying to get back on Lee's Christmas card list.
I don't think I was on Lee's Christmas list either.
Wait a minute. Were you the one that knocked his snowman down?
I was the snowman, Dave.
I think you have to fill me in on that after the show. I have no idea what you're talking about. It was just looking at what you guys talking about. The look on Lee's face is kind of priceless right now.
Somebody fucking knocked Lee Money's snowman down twice.
It wasn't a snowman. The snowman is an inflatable and is attached to the ground. It's Santa
Well,
Claus.
Santa Claus.
And we really know that was me.
Where the hell is Zesty when you need him?
Who's Zesty?
You'll find out.
Okay. Let's get back to the picks.
Yeah, we'll get back to the picks. So what are we on here?
Minnesota at Detroit.
Minnesota at Detroit.
And Lee is taking, how does he call it? Minnesota?
Hey, can you do my picks? I got somebody calling me. It's a family member, and they called me like 3 times. So
Sure.
I hope.
Yep. Dave is taking Minnesota. I am taking Minnesota. Tim, Minnesota at Detroit.
Mini.
He's taking it's a unanimous Minnesota over Detroit. Although I would not be surprised if Detroit pulled that one out too. I'm sorry.
I do like Detroit. I've been on Detroit's side pretty much all year. I've been wanting them to do well, but it's still hard for me to pick against Minnesota.
Yeah, I agree. Minnesota's 9-3 now, I think, and Detroit, if they only had a defense, I mean, they can score. They just don't have a defense. I think they're ranked 30th or 31st in the league as far as defense goes. So next game,
Hey,
Jacksonville.
Tim, real quick. Before we go on to the next game, can you make it 50-50 on the screen? Because I can't really. Thank you.
I was only doing that because you had the picks up.
I mean, it's fine.
Next game, we have
But next
Jacksonville,
game,
Tennessee.
does anybody want AEW?
I'm taking Tennessee. Actually, Dave is taking AEW. David has it on here. AEW. Tim, who are you taking? Jacksonville or Tennessee?
This one's a tough one for me. Something tells me to pick Jacksonville.
You better hurry up before Lee falls asleep again.
He can fall asleep. That's fine. I got a pillow for him. Anyway, I think I'm gonna go Jacksonville. I feel like Tennessee is too up and down for me.
See, the only real reason why I didn't take Jacksonville is because of what happened against Detroit today. I mean, it got beat. What did I say? 40-14 against Detroit. My goodness. So that's the only reason why I didn't take Detroit. Otherwise, I would have. But nope, I took Tennessee. Next game, Philadelphia at the Giants. Philadelphia is Philadelphia legit?
Yes.
At this point, you would think so, right?
Yeah.
10-2?
Yeah.
No, 11-1.
Lee, who are you taking?
I have Philadelphia.
Philadelphia.
Yeah, Philadelphia.
Angel, let me get back on the list. I'm picking Philly.
Oh yeah, I totally forgot about that shit. No,
What you forget about?
But I got to take Philly. Philly looks so
what
good.
did you forget about? Like, you know that he likes the Eagles, so what?
I know, but I totally forgot about that. But
So you would have picked against them?
In this case, I had to take Philly because they are so good.
Obviously he would have picked against him.
Yes. I'm trying to stay off his Christmas card list. I'm already on his shit list, so why not just,
How rude of you, Chipper.
Hey,
Oh,
Chipper.
how rude.
Yes, sir.
Suck.
I have a sound that is just for you, and you're old enough to remember this.
Okay.
Wow. Now he's throwing
Oh, sure. Donkey Kong. Sure.
Now he's throwing old jokes at you.
I'm at this point, after Justin does it so much to me and talking about balls and things like that, I'm kind of used to it.
But guess where we'll be at next week, Lee?
You guys will be in Pittsburgh watching the Steelers put a beating on the Ratbirds.
All right. So who do you have in that game there, Mr. Money?
The Pittsburgh going to beat the shit out of the Ratbirds Steelers.
Who do you have?
I think we extend our winning streak, but I don't think that we beat the shit out of them. I think we win by less than 3 points.
By less than 3 points.
I think we win by 1 or 2.
So are you saying that either the Ravens or the Steelers get a safety, or does Tomlin actually pull his head out of his ass and do a 2-point conversion?
Well, you can actually win by 1, like 21-20.
Yeah, you can win by
23.
2 as well. You can be up 16-19.
23-21.
Yeah. Or 16-18. I mean, you can win multiple ways. You just got to win by 1.
As you see, I didn't actually make a pick.
I
forgot. No, I forgot. I just forgot. I was debating what to do.
Okay, so
I am taking the Steelers.
Okay, so we know Chipper's taking the Steelers, and he did it live on air, so he can't change his pick. Come on, Chipper.
We'll
Get with the program.
we'll have to go to the videotape if there's any kind of question or shenanigans going on.
You know, it was brought to my attention by talking about balls that we should be keeping track of our picks.
What's the point? I'd be winning, so it doesn't matter.
You sure about that?
99.95%.
Okay. So we'll try that next year.
Sure.
And we'll see how it works.
We'll actually do betting too, or some sort of wager on the line.
Well, it looks like you guys have it on paper, so I feel like
we don't have.
I didn't save them.
Oh, okay.
We can always have our producer Lee go through all the video.
Yeah, good luck with that. Because I would.
We can have You know what we can do? We can have Zesty do that. Give him something to do.
I've got to find out who the Zesty is.
Ask Lex. He knows who he is.
Okay. Next game, Miami at the LA Chargers.
By the way, I was picking you guys.
Of course you are.
Oh, he's gonna get it. He's gonna get it on Wednesday for picking them.
Yeah, I know.
By them guys, because they're gonna say that he's a suck up to the owner. They were giving him shit yesterday about it.
But I agree it was a nail bite. It's gonna be a nail biting game. Like you guys.
I could see it 19-17, 14-16.
You think it's gonna be like a low scoring game?
Oh yeah, it always is.
I know. Obviously, it will be on our end because we can't seem to get past 20 points.
We got 30 last week.
Did we get 30 last week?
No, 30
Yes.
weeks ago.
Okay.
No, we did get 30 last week.
Did we
Yes.
against the Colts? Okay.
Yes. All right. So next game,
Miami at the LA Chargers.
Lee.
Let me bring my picks back up. Miami.
Yeah, ditto.
Tim.
I'm going to Miami.
I am going Justin Herbert.
You're just a glunt for punishment, aren't you?
I am. I have the faith that they're going to turn it around.
I mean, other than the fact that the Chargers, their wide receivers, now, if I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong, that their wide receivers have been hurt pretty much all season, which is why their offense isn't performing.
Plus, your boy might get fired.
Which boy are we talking about this week?
Staley.
How could you have all that talent and be so bad, and their defense is even bad? Yeah. Next Next game, Tampa Bay at San Francisco.
Motherfucker.
And now we can actually we can actually change our picks of now if we want, because we didn't know we didn't know this information beforehand.
No, that's not how it works. You stick with the picks you go with.
That's not fair.
That is fair, because just because somebody got hurt.
Whoa. This is the jabroni that gives me shit all the time because I changed one pick. One. And Mr. Owner of the radio station changes his picks every 5 fucking minutes, but now it's okay because Jimmy G got hurt.
I didn't say it was okay. I was disagreeing with Chipper. I didn't say it was okay. I'm giving him shit about changing it. If you have it down on the paper, that's who you're taking. You can't change your pick. You know the rules.
Well, we made the picks before we knew about this injury.
Okay, Chipper. I'll let you slide on this one since you're taking me to the game next week. I'll let you slide on this one.
I'm still taking San Francisco.
Okay.
I have no idea who their quarterback's going to be.
I mean, I think it's Nate. What's the dude that started? Nate.
Nick Mullins?
Nick Mullins.
Did they get him back? Hold on. Did they have him back?
I think so. I think they got Nick Mullins back.
Anybody out there watching that can look it up real quick? Let us know who the third string or fourth string quarterback is for.
Might be Josh Rosen. Or they might pick up Josh Dobbs. He got released this week.
No, maybe they could pick up Josh Dobbs.
So if you don't pick, is it an L? Ooh, good question.
I did pick. I just didn't mark it. I said I was taking the Steelers.
You did pick, but it's not on your paper.
It's not. We just said we don't keep them anyway.
No, I know that. I'm just joking around.
Don't be messing with my emotions like that.
So
Brock Purdy.
Who?
Brock Purdy?
I have no idea who that is.
Josh Dobbs. Hello. Mason Rudolph. Hello.
Hey, we'll be in Pittsburgh. we can get you to the airport.
We'll throw you in the back of my truck and take you to the airport.
But first, we got to stop by the studio so Lee can sing you his song.
Yeah, right.
Before I even knew that Jimmy G got hurt, I already said Tom Terrific is going to win after that embarrassing loss to the Clowns.
Can we see your picks again?
There it is. In red marker.
All right, so he picked them.
Yep.
All right, there you go. Just wanted to check, Lee, that you're not changing your picks and pulling a Chipper.
Not just to avoid any conspiracy theories. I'm still taking San Francisco. I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear you. Either one of you. You know.
I have San Francisco right here.
Okay. I'm not going to change it. I like you guys do.
I think out of everybody on the show, you've changed your picks more than anybody I know.
Ciao, please. You know that's the lie.
All right, so next game. Does anybody, and I mean anybody, want Carolina?
Carolina at Seattle. Lee
I almost didn't pick this game either.
No, actually, no. Lee took Carolina, it looks like.
No, he didn't. Oh, yeah, he did. He took Carolina.
You blew it.
Wow, 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 wow.
Hey, Chipper.
This has been a fun show tonight.
Chipper.
I'm taking. Oh, go ahead. Brock Purdy was the last pick in the 22 draft. Played really well and beat up on the Dolphins. Oh, okay.
Wow.
Okay.
Thanks for the information, Justin.
Thanks, Justin.
He was down there live. That's why he knows that. He was in Vegas for the draft.
Well, Justin is really good at football knowledge. I'll tell you that.
Well, good. He's our draft expert.
Yeah. I know you have to pay him an extra hell of a lot more than what he does.
IPAs.
He doesn't drink IPAs. White Claws.
As many White Claws.
Justin loves his White Claws.
I know his
IPAs.
weakness now.
What's that?
I like IPAs.
So do I. Love them.
I'll get you some IPAs.
I'm
When we
still
go to
waiting.
Pittsburgh this week.
I'm still waiting for Dave to give me those IPAs that he was supposed to have gotten us from Vegas.
There's a lot of things I'm waiting on.
Dude, I couldn't bring them.
I know.
They're on
Just like
order.
the T-shirt.
They're on order.
Okay. So where we at? Does anybody want Carolina? Tim, you taking Seattle?
I am part of the 12th man.
There you go.
That's usually because I am 12 men at once.
All right. Kansas City at Denver. Chipper.
Lee has Denver. Who do you have?
Not.
You suck.
Oh, there it is. Let's just Justin would say, in my old age, my eyesight is kind of going bad. So there it is, Kansas City.
Chipper. The other thing they were saying is your light bright enough in the sewing room? Because sometimes
I like it dark. I like it dark. Leave me alone.
You look like Chipper Dahmer in that.
Thank you.
Chipper Dahmer. I got Kansas City after they got their butts whooped today.
I have Kansas City as well. Tim?
Chiefs.
Okay. And then the Monday night. Oh, God. Monday night game. What is it with the NFL and their primetime games? Majority of them have been sucked this year. New England at Arizona.
I think they suck because they put the.
I mean, it was Thursday nights used to be the bad week because they were just trying to get other teams on prime time. But even the Monday night games have been shitty.
Well, both
hence the Steelers Colts game last week. that had to be a ratings winner.
I got a feeling that they're going to flex the team that plays in First Energy in Pittsburgh the last game.
They can't flex it to Monday night because there is no Monday night game last week.
I think they're going to flex it to Sunday night.
There is no 8:00 game on Sunday night.
Why?
Last week of the season.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they did away with those a couple of years ago because they didn't want the whole.
So it's TBA.
TBD. Yep.
TBD. To be determined.
Yep. So New England at Arizona. Who do you got?
We'll let Tim go first with that one. Who are you taking, Tim?
It's kind of hard for me to pick New England.
So that means he's
I'm
taking.
going Arizona.
I
I really hate New England, but Arizona sucks at home.
They suck, period.
I mean,
Right,
Arizona
this year.
sucks at home. I think they've won one game in the last 10 or something like that.
Hey,
So,
Tim, them last three comments, can you? Okay.
so yeah, I'm taking New England.
Lee must have blocked them.
I'm taking
Yeah,
New
leave it on
England.
it.
Listen, I am picking New England, but for mom's sake,
And Cliff Kingsbury will be out of a job after this year.
yes. But for my mom's sake,
Here's my bold prediction.
or that's just your tip.
No, that's not just a tip. That's my bold prediction. Cliff Kingsbury will be out of a job after the season.
How bold is that, really, though?
If not fired after this game.
Yeah, well, that would be a bold
Is that a bold prediction?
if he's fired this week.
Yeah, if he loses against New England, he's done. Because him and Kyler Murray don't get along. I don't know what changed their relationship, but Kyler Murray got into his ass on the sidelines 2 weeks ago, and it was fucking hilarious. Like he dogged Cliff Kingsbury. What did he say?
Look what he says.
I can't see it.
Let's put it up.
I wouldn't be shocked if Chipper were a vampire, would explain the old age and the dark room.
I got nothing.
I got nothing.
No.
But yeah, so I'm taking Arizona, and that's our picks for the week. Bye weeks,
You have
Atlanta.
Arizona?
I mean, I'm taking New England, but I in my heart for
See,
my.
Lee?
I'm not changing my pick. For my mom, I
Okay.
would like for the Cardinals to win because she's a Cardinal. She likes the bird Cardinal.
Okay.
So Atlanta's got by Chicago, Green Bay, Indy, New Orleans, and
I can't believe they're
DCU.
I can't believe there were bye weeks in the 14th week of the season.
That's good for them.
That's crazy, though.
That's good. That's actually good for Chicago and Washington because they still got playoff hopes.
So does Green Bay. They won today. They do.
With Jordan Love, did he play?
No, Aaron Rodgers played.
Oh, I thought they said that he wasn't playing because of his thumb.
No, not that I'm aware of.
Oh,
I mean, he threw out the idea saying that he would consider not playing the rest of the season depending on how the rest of the season went. But they won today, so I'm going to assume he's going to play.
well, I guess he's playing.
But bye week is good for Aaron Rodgers because he can do some more ayahuasca. Maybe he can start winning again.
Dun, 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 dun.
But it's just very odd to have a bye week with 4 games left in the season, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you talk about teams that are rested.
Let me ask you this question. I just thought about this. We got 4 weeks left, right?
No, 4 weeks left. Yes.
4 weeks left.
Yes.
What happens if the Steelers end the season
Okay.
on a 6-game win streak?
Denied.
Hey, it's not out of the realm of possibility. Don't start that. It's not out of the realm of possibility.
But what happens?
I
They're
mean,
gonna end the season with a loss.
That could be possible, but I'm just saying, what if? What if we go 9-7? Now all the Tomlin critics are going to be coming at us and going on Facebook and say, "See, I told you. I told you he's a good head coach. I told you." It's a possibility with our schedule.
I mean, I think we said it a couple of weeks ago. Looking at the last part of the schedule, it wouldn't be out of the realm of possibility of finishing 8-9 or 9-8.
What if they go 9-8 and squeak into the playoffs? That's possible.
I'm sorry.
The same thing that happened last year.
Correct.
Yeah, ass whipping.
Correct.
But
it would be by Buffalo this year.
Oh yeah.
Not Kansas City. It would be by Buffalo.
Buffalo would smoke us.
Right?
Again.
Isn't Buffalo the number 1 seed right now?
Yes.
Are they? Okay. Yeah.
But could you imagine though ending the season on a 6-game win streak after the bye, and all the critics that hype up Tomlin and say how he's never had a losing season, even if they go 9-8, like you said, that's still not a losing season.
No,
Chipper.
it's not. Thank God for the odd number of games.
I mean, what do you think about that, Lee? What happens if they go on a 6-game win streak?
Well, I just pulled up the rest of our schedule here. Without Lamar, if Lamar does not play Sunday,
5 games left.
4.
What the hell was that?
I see 5 on it.
With
there was 5. I'm sorry. Yep.
You need to be in the sewing room with your glasses. Go ahead.
But looking at our last couple of games here, if Lamar does not play next week, we can win that. We're definitely going to beat the Panthers. We're more than likely going to beat the Raiders. If Lamar does play that New Year's Day game, and that game is in Baltimore, that's a toss-up. And we still have to see what's going to happen with Deshaun Watson to see what that game in Pittsburgh is going to be like against the Clown Show.
All right, so we got 5 games left, and we're currently 5-7, correct?
We could win 3 out of 5.
We could win 3 out of 5.
We could win 4 out of 5.
That would still put us at 9-8. Now, I'm going to tell you, if that happens, Matt Canada's job is safe.
No, it's not.
Yes, that's my hot take.
No,
if they win 4 out of the 5 last games, Matt Canada's job is safe. Book that right now.
I will. Want to bet?
I'll bet you a beer.
1 beer? You don't drink.
So you can have mine. So you got 2. So it's a win-win for you.
All right, fine. Matt Canada will not be the offensive coordinator next season.
I don't think he will, but if he wins and Kenny Pickett shows improvement and in 5 games, he will be the offensive coordinator once again.
Lee, your thoughts? Please help me.
And Adam, you think I bumped my head? Adam, you think I bumped my head after that bullshit that Dave just spewed out of his mouth?
Yeah, even Justin said there's 5 games left. Where did you get 4 games? Were you thinking you were in a sewing room?
Well, I forget we played Baltimore twice. What do you think? What do we do? Next 5 games, what's our record? Out of the 5 games, how many games did we win? What's our record through those next 5 games?
Wow. Put that schedule back up there. I want to see that. Who we got left?
It's Baltimore, Carolina, Vegas, Baltimore, and then the Clown Show.
3-2.
Lee?
I'll go 4-1.
Which game did we lose?
The Baltimore game in Baltimore.
The New Year's Day game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, obviously, since they're in Pittsburgh this coming week.
I didn't know it was New Year's Day. I just looked, dude. It's Saturday.
I see.
The Clown Show game is Saturday too.
Yeah. Wow, that's going to be a hell of a weekend. Get the
Wow.
college playoff games on
Are they
New Year's
fucking
Eve.
playing that late in the year, January the 8th?
Yeah,
Holy
because of
shit.
the extra game, because of the extra week.
Okay.
Yeah.
So wait. Since that game is on a Saturday, it could be flexed to a night game.
I have to look at that schedule because look, they got Saturday and Saturday, so they're not playing on no games on Sunday, January 2nd.
They got 3 Saturday games in a row.
No. I'm saying Saturday, January 1st.
They're probably
does that mean there are no games on that Sunday on January 2nd?
No, they'll probably play games on that Sunday.
Or is that because of the college playoff? They want to avoid that.
The college playoff isn't on New Year's Day.
Hold on.
I think it's on New Year's Day.
January. No, this is Sunday, January 8th. Okay, so on the 1st. This is Sunday, January 1st. Why does this thing say Saturday, January 1st?
I have no idea.
Okay.
But anyway,
right.
What do you think the record's going to be, Chipper?
I got 3-2.
Who do you think we lose to?
I think we lose one of the games to the Ratbirds. And I do think we'll lose to the Clown Show.
So you think we'll... I think the same thing. I think we'll lose one to Baltimore. And I think we'll lose one or the other one to the team in First Energy and get swept for the first time in a long
You know
time.
what?
What?
You know what? That schedule is messed up because January 8th is a Sunday too.
Okay. That's kind of what I thought. Yeah, because
where did you get that schedule at?
Yeah.
I downloaded it off the internet. I typed in Steelers schedule 2022, and that's what it gave me.
Oh, wow.
That's why I was kind of like, wait a minute, because that bring up January 8th, that makes sense because we're the trip.
Yeah.
Saturday coming back. Yeah, so that makes okay.
Yeah,
3-2.
Tim,
if it was Saturday, we're leaving Friday night.
Tim, go into the scenes. Tim, go into the scenes into the schedule scene, and that's the same exact schedule we have at the studio. That's where I got it from.
No, it's okay. Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
3-2.
I got 3-2 as well.
Yeah, 3-2.
What do you want to see from this team? 31st is a Saturday. Yeah.
Right.
So what do you want to see from this team the last 5 games of this year?
The offense to continue to grow and get better. God, I wish the run defense would be better, but looking at that schedule, the only team that we have, the only 2 teams we really have to worry about a run game for is Vegas with Josh Jacobs, and then obviously the Clown Show with Chubb.
I heard something today, and I want you guys to chime in on this. I heard something today that Pittsburgh might trade both of their second-round picks to move back up into the first.
Yeah,
to get a lineman.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
What do you think about that?
I think I mentioned that last week or 2 weeks ago. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I think it said something about how. No, last week I said something about how that second round pick can actually turn into a first round pick because of something how the trade or something else worked out. But why not the 2 second round picks to move up back up in the first round? Sure,
that'd be sweet.
Sure, why not?
Yeah, and you feel needs and they were saying too that they don't think that the Steelers are rebuilding for long.
No, I don't. I still think we need a legitimate cornerback.
Yeah, we need a shutdown one.
Yeah.
By the way, speaking of corners, kudos to Deion Sanders for getting a job at Colorado.
Yeah, good for him.
What he's done with that Jackson State football team, dude, I respect him a lot.
Yep.
He was making $500,000 a year there and donating his money to upgrade the practice facility and cleaning up Mississippi.
I didn't know that.
Yes, I seen it on the 60 Minutes thing that he did.
Okay.
So $500,000, that's what his salary was. He donated part of that money to help get Mississippi back up. And he even said today, or not today, but last night, he doesn't want his kids at that school to follow him to Colorado because they have a commitment to Jackson State.
Good for him.
I mean, I commend him for that.
Absolutely.
And people are saying, well, he doesn't deserve the job. For one time, I disagree with that.
Why doesn't he?
He turned that program around 2 years in a row. They went, or last year they were 11-1. This year they're 12-0.
Yep.
They get a chance for a bowl game, and not like all the other coaches that are out there that leave. He's finishing his commitment with that team, and then the day after, he's going to Colorado to do all the stuff that he needs to do for the head coach.
Now he's going into a mess.
He
at
is.
Colorado. That team has been that college has been a mess for a few years.
But kudos to Deion Sanders.
Ever since who was it? Gary Barnett.
Yeah,
left. I think.
Kudos to him, man. I'm actually pretty stoked to see what he does out there.
Sure. Hey, good for him.
Yeah,
Real good for him.
I thought maybe you wouldn't like that because you don't like old school things or people who like rap. You're not a rap fan.
Not a rap fan.
He's not against rap, but he is against those thugs.
Hey, you know what?
Go ahead, Lee.
Kudos to Cypress Hill for being at the Clash this next year, man. That's gonna be awesome. I love Cypress Hill.
I'm sorry. Is this Crank It Up? Is this the NASCAR show?
No. Does that show exist anymore?
I don't know. Not yet.
Not yet.
Not anymore.
Not till February. But anyway.
But that January 8th game could actually mean something to
both teams.
Both teams, as far as record goes, draft pick, or even maybe, heaven forbid, that word again, playoff.
Hey, and that's the way it's played out the last couple of years for both teams.
And that's why the NFL schedules it that way. They do, interdivision games for that reason.
Let me ask you this question. Do you like us playing the team in First Energy last game of the season?
Absolutely.
You do?
Sure. Just like Ohio State and that shit team up north. I love that last game of the season.
I agree.
I'm just glad they don't do both games on the same weekend. But God, that would be a hell of a hangover on Monday.
I mean, I agree with you. That's a team. That's a shit team up north. But damn, they whooped our ass.
I mean, they did it a couple years ago. They had the
and Ryan, and I put it on Facebook. Ryan Day got lucky. He just got his job saved. And if there's any chance that him goes against that team again, he better win that game. And if he don't,
against
he's gone.
Georgia?
No, they could beat Georgia.
No, they can't.
Anybody can be beaten on any given night.
We are going to get it right. That's why.
Let me ask you this then. Do you think the team up north has any chance against TCU?
Yes.
So you think it's going to be Georgia and the team up north in the national championship?
I do.
See, I'm not allowed to say Michigan either.
No.
Right? No.
That's hilarious.
No.
So I'm calling the national championship.
Well, are you an Ohio State fan?
I am.
I mean, no, you cannot say the M
Okay.
word.
Well, I'm not against those
Rap.
thugs.
I'm calling it right now. It's going to be a rematch. OSU versus team up north. Because of this.
I don't.
They want the money.
I don't see it. We get our asses handed to us by that shit team up north. What the hell do you think Georgia's going to do to us?
Chipper, I just have a feeling that the college.
I got a feeling.
This ain't fucking Lucy Shenanigans karaoke night. But anyway, I just got that feeling. I just got that feeling that the BCS is going to make that happen.
It's not going to happen. I don't. No.
Don't never say never.
I'm okay. I'm telling you, it's not going to happen. Go ahead.
All right. No, I somewhat agree with Dave because that would definitely be a money-making game.
Correct.
Correct. To have the team up north and the Buckeyes in the national championship. However, seeing as how dominant TCU was until that last game of the season, I think they got a shot at beating the team up north.
Okay. I mean, I'm not saying you're wrong as far as the shit team up north in CCU. I'm just saying we're going to get our asses handed to us by Georgia. I cannot believe it's only a 7-point spread. That is unbelievable. I took that bet today. I took Georgia minus the 7.
We'll talk more about that off the air.
Right.
Because I got a different perspective on that. And I don't know, man. I just got a feeling that I just got that. And I think it's going to be Ohio State and a team up north.
I just don't see where I totally understand the money thing. How would you guys, are we doing are we doing the talking about balls thing or the conspiracy Carl thing now? Or are you guys saying that the BC or the CFP or whatever would have a conspiracy to make sure that happens?
I don't think they'll have a
how would they do that? I mean, we got a couple minutes. We got.
How would they do that?
How would the CFP?
They would look and be like,
how would the CFP fix it? So
they would be like, oh, the team up north spanked Ohio State twice, right?
Once. Oh, you mean last year and this year? Yes,
2 times in a row.
Yeah.
Michigan went and planted their flag.
I'm sorry. What?
Fuck.
There's $5.
Team up north went and planted their flag.
Yeah.
At Ohio State.
Yes.
Michigan. Did you see their?
That's another $5.
Shit. Team up north people.
Keep going.
In their press conference
Can you
today.
say Ann Arbor?
Can't say Ann.
You can say that.
Team up north.
Okay.
Players today.
Yeah.
Question was opposed to them.
Yes.
Would you guys like to play Ohio State again?
What do you think we would say?
Their quarterback.
J.J. McCarthy, the piece of shit.
Ha 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 ha. He said he went just like that. Absolutely, we would love to play them again.
Right.
And you don't think...
My question still stands. How would the CFP...
Can I finish?
Okay, well...
You don't think that they look at that and say...
Taking an awful long bus here to get to the shorts.
I need my pillow back, Lee.
You don't think that they would say... And that would be the biggest rated national championship game of all time. The most grossed money of all time in national championship history.
You haven't answered my question.
Why would they do it?
How?
I don't know. By Ohio State beating TCU. By Ohio State beating Georgia.
How? Okay. How would the CFP make it happen?
I don't know.
Were they going to tell the refs, hey, look, the shit team up north beat the shit out of Ohio State. We can't let Georgia do the same thing, even though they are the best team in the country.
Okay, we'll talk more about that off the air. All right, it's 9:00. We're getting ready to get out of here. Lead Money, you got anything to say in closing?
Fuck that team up north.
That's it?
Go Steelers.
I guess so.
Chipper, who is not in the sewing room this week, who is sitting side by side with me. Do you have anything to say?
Let's hope this winning streak continues. And then we end up starting to talk about playoffs instead of the draft.
You said it, dude. Tim, you got anything?
Hey, give us a
real
tip.
quick. I think Chipper is the one that's been smoking the ayahuasca if he's talking playoffs with this Steelers team.
Yeah, all I said, I just hope we keep this winning streak going and we have the possibility of talking playoffs instead of the draft.
All right, Tim, go ahead. What's your take?
Since Chipper wants a tip, watch Talking About Balls on Wednesday.
And mine?
Well done, Tim. Well done.
Mine, I'm looking forward to go to Burgatory. That's where my focus is for the whole week. Burgatory.
We have to make sure we get there early because that place fills up.
That's all right. If I got to call and fucking reserve a table, we're doing it.
All right.
But until next week, ladies and gentlemen.
Hopefully next week.
Well, hopefully next week. For Lee motherfucking Money, who's not in studio. For Tim, our producer, give him a round of applause. He did a great job on our show tonight.
Thanks for helping us out, Tim. Thanks for helping us out.
Thanks for filling in for Lee. You did a tremendous job.
It's my pleasure.
And thanks to Justin and Kyle from the guys from Talking About Balls for allowing us to borrow him for the night.
Yeah, because it is in their contract. So now I got to,
Don't forget my IPAs.
His IPAs. Chipper, for the man in the sewing room, Dynamite Dave here. We will possibly catch you next week. Maybe live from Pittsburgh. We'll let you know.
Maybe.
Have a good one, everyone.
See ya.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Dave Wallencheck, the owner of Redline Radio LLC, and I'm going to take a minute to tell you what we're about here at Redline Radio.
Boss. Why?
I am a 2015 graduate of the Ohio Media School, and one day I had a dream to own a radio station. Well, not only do I have one, but now I have two studios. One is located at 4941 Pearl Road, Cleveland, Ohio. The other one, which is our state-of-the-art studio, green screen 360 cameras, top-of-the-line microphones, great producing. That is located at 60 Front Street in Berea, Ohio.
So interested in trauma and what happens to the body, especially with women. So do you have anything that happened to you, something that was traumatic for your body that still kind of sits in there and in your mind?
Of a contract because of what was, how they were viewed, how they identified themselves. It's make their work.
We currently have 18 shows and growing each day. If you have an idea for a podcast, look us up right there, Redline Radio LLC. Not only do we have 18 shows, but we have 17 sponsors who have supported us throughout the years.
It's also you can say I don't want you to correct me.
Every time you make a play or get yardage, there's a holding penalty.
Wait, have we actually had positive yardage today?
My origin story is a little sad around the day. So, my parents were killed in an alley. Come from Booty.
Rob for this piece of monkey trash. So, why is this movie ranked
Being ready to say, y'all can take it up with me. My inbox is open. Facebook, Don Peterson. Instagram, Don Pizzle 216. Inbox me, DM me. Y'all have an issue with what I'm getting ready to say.
And I'm your host, Las Vegas, a.k.a. Smarty McFly, a.k.a. Put Pop Off, a.k.a. King Petty, a.k.a. Smarty Belly the Don, a.k.a. the notorious Lex.V, a.k.a. Dick the Bruiser,
You know, so if you're having them adult parties, want to hit up your favorite snack dinner, you can contact her. You can contact AC, and that's at 216-800-3881. IG, your favorite snack dinner _ DM for orders.
was a fucking weird one, to say the least. Started off with a Christian McCaffrey trade, though. Yeah, I didn't see that coming.
One to 28, no, two through 28, slavery.
They learned. We deserve a chance. Thanks.
2 through 28, slavery.
So we're gonna read some ads before we go further to the show.
Sharing information and finding ways to help each other because we're all just trying to make it through.
Absolutely. Because like a lot of people like assume that it was just gonna be automatic. No, it's not gonna be automatic, but it is a simple process. Make sure you go to that website. We got it up in the chat and all that good stuff. And I'll say it one more time before we close this segment out.
Have you ever faked it?
At times, yes.
I had to fake it a lot here lately whenever I was all last year. Oh shit.
Came up for me as I was actually scrolling on TikTok. I want everybody to see how I saw it, so y'all know tell me if I'm tripping or not, because I don't know. But anyway, so I'm on TikTok. I'm scrolling,
And also, if you're looking to join the Redline Radio family, we are currently looking for interns. All you got to do is look me up on Facebook at David Wallencheck, or you can send us a message in our Redline Radio Facebook or Instagram. I know a lot of you guys out there want to get into the business of podcasting. Well, we can teach you everything you need to know about podcasting here at Redline Radio LLC. Not only that, we can also teach you the media side at Redline Media Group. So you can follow us on YouTube at Redline Media Group LLC. And while you're at it, can you please go subscribe, like, and share Redline Radio LLC, Redline Media Group. Again, I'm Dave Wallencheck, your owner of Redline Radio, and that's just a little bit of information about us here at the station.
Thank you.